And he'd say, you know, you don't have anything to say about when you die. And you don't have anything to say about why you die.
Andrew Jackson Young, Jr., born on March 12, 1932, in New Orleans, grew up in a world defined by tension and segregation. The son of Daisy Young, a schoolteacher, and Andrew Jackson Young, a dentist, he experienced the complexities of race and privilege firsthand. While his family was relatively well off, his father went so far as to hire a professional boxer to teach Andrew and his brother how to defend themselves in an environment where self-reliance was often a necessity. Young's upbringing was marked by a duality. The stability of his household contrasted sharply with the harsh realities of the segregated South. This dichotomy left an indelible mark on him, especially as he observed his parents' attempts to shield their family from racial injustices while maintaining a cautious distance from the struggles of less affluent Black communities. These early experiences would later fuel his determination to fight for equality and justice. After a year at Dillard University, Young transferred to Howard University, where he graduated before pursuing a divinity degree at Hartford Seminary in Connecticut. It was during this period that he began to embrace the values and ideals that would define his life's work. As a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity and a newly ordained pastor, Young found himself at the intersection of faith and activism, a crossroads that would guide him into the heart of the civil rights movement. Andrew Young's personal life was shaped by a blend of resilience, faith, and a commitment to justice, deeply rooted in his upbringing in the segregated South, where his family instilled values of self-reliance and moral responsibility that fueled his lifelong dedication to equality and public service. Andrew Young was blessed with 4 children during his marriage to his first wife, Jean Childs Young. Jean was not only a loving partner, but also a significant presence in his life until her untimely passing in 1994 due to liver cancer. Her mother, Idella Jones Childs, played an influential role in their family dynamics, further enriching their shared legacy. Following Jean's death, Young embarked on a new chapter in his personal life by marrying Carolyn McLean in 1996, finding companionship and support once again. In late 1999, Young encountered a serious health challenge when he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Demonstrating resilience, he underwent a successful surgical procedure in January 2000 to remove the cancer. This treatment marked a turning point, enabling him to fully recover and continue his extraordinary contributions to public service and leadership. Andrew Young's professional career is a testament to his unwavering commitment to justice, equality, and public service. Beginning as a pastor and ascending to roles of national and international significance, his work spans the civil rights movement, politics, and diplomacy, leaving an indelible mark on history. Young's journey into public service began in the church. After earning his divinity degree from Hartford Seminary in 1955, he was ordained as a pastor in the United Church of Christ. He initially served congregations in Marion, Alabama, and later in Thomasville, Georgia. It was during this time that Young began to integrate faith with activism, inspired by the nonviolent philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi and the teachings of Jesus Christ. These principles would shape his approach to the civil rights movement. In the early 1960s, Young joined the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, where he worked closely with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as executive director of the SCLC. Young played a pivotal role in strategizing and organizing some of the most significant civil rights campaigns of the era. He was instrumental in the Birmingham campaign, the Selma to Montgomery marches, and the efforts to desegregate public spaces across the South. Young's ability to mediate and negotiate with local officials and federal authorities made him a key figure in the movement's successes. His work was not without personal risk, as he frequently faced threats and violence, but his dedication to nonviolence remained steadfast. After the tragic assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. in 1968, Young turned his focus to politics, believing it to be a crucial avenue for enacting systemic change. In 1972, he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, becoming the first African-American congressman from Georgia since Reconstruction. Alongside Barbara Jordan of Texas, he was one of the first 2 African Americans elected to Congress from the former Confederacy since that era. During his time in Congress, Young championed civil rights, education, and international development. He was a vocal advocate for policies that addressed economic disparities and promoted social justice. Young's influence extended beyond domestic issues. Recognizing the interconnectedness of global struggles for freedom and equality, he became a staunch supporter of U.S. involvement in international human rights efforts. This global perspective paved the way for his next significant role. In 1977, President Jimmy Carter appointed Young as the United States Ambassador to the United Nations. As the first African American to hold this position, Young's tenure was groundbreaking. At the United Nations, he prioritized issues of human rights, economic development, and the decolonization of Africa. His outspoken support for African liberation movements and his engagement with leaders from newly independent nations were hallmarks of his ambassadorship. However, Young's tenure at the UN was not without controversy. In 1979, he met with a representative of the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, an action that drew criticism from the U.S. government and Israel. The meeting ultimately led to his resignation, but Young's willingness to engage in dialogue with contentious figures underscored his belief in diplomacy and communication as tools for resolving conflict. After leaving the Carter administration, Young returned to Atlanta, where he continued his career in public service. In 1981, he was elected as the 55th mayor of Atlanta, a position he held for 2 terms until 1990. As mayor, Young focused on economic development and international investment, transforming Atlanta into a hub for global business. He played a pivotal role in securing the city as the host for the 1996 Summer Olympics, a move that bolstered Atlanta's international profile. Under his leadership, the city experienced significant growth, and his emphasis on infrastructure and urban development left a lasting legacy. Beyond his political career, Young remained active in advocating for social justice and economic empowerment. He founded or collaborated with numerous organizations focused on public policy, education, and humanitarian efforts. Among these initiatives was the Andrew Young Foundation, which aims to advance global health, education, and economic development. Through his foundation and other ventures, Young has continued to champion the causes he has devoted his life to addressing. Young's professional accomplishments have been recognized with numerous awards and honors, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian award. His legacy is also preserved in various institutions and initiatives bearing his name, reflecting his contributions to civil rights, politics, and diplomacy. Throughout his career, Andrew Young has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to building bridges, whether between races, nations, or ideologies. His work, rooted in a deep faith and belief in the power of nonviolence, has had a profound impact on the United States and the world. From the pulpit to Congress, from the streets of Selma to the halls of the United Nations, Young's life's work exemplifies the transformative power of dedication, courage, and vision. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay inspired, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.